Question number 30, simplifying expressions. So we want to solve AB plus CD equals 20, and we want to solve this for B. So we want to set this equation equal to B. And the first thing we would do in solving this is we would recognize that where's the variable B? Get some pen here so we can go to work on this. All right, the variable B is here, and D is multiplied by A, and then whatever that quantity would be is added to C times D, and that would all equal 20. So the first step in solving this equation, or setting it equal to B, excuse me, would be to subtract or do the inverse of the CD. Right, where AB here, it is added to CD, so we would need to subtract CD from both sides. So I'm going to come over here. So now we would have, if we subtracted CD from both sides, minus CD here. So we would have AB is equal to 20 minus CD. Straighten up our equal sign here. Okay. Now, at this point, if you were unsure what to do with the AB, if you could just get to this point, and now let's look at some of the answer choices and see if we can reason some of them out. Any answer choice that does not have minus CD in it is not possible. So in this case, we would look at B. B has minus CD and this multiplied by A, so not too sure yet. B has plus CD, that's not possible. C has minus CD, so it's possible. And then D has 20 times C times D times D times A. So there's no minus CD in that one. So now we have it down to answer choice A and C. Now our goal here, circle it, was to isolate the variable B. So we want to solve this equation where it's equal to B. Our last step, now that we have simplified the addition part of our equation, the last step now is we have A times B equals 20 minus CD. So in order to isolate, we must do the inverse of multiplying, which is to divide both sides by A. So that would cancel that A out on that side, and then we would be left with A on this side. So we would have 20 minus CD over A. We would look, and that would be answer choice C. And if you can reason B and D as not being possible, just knowing you have to do the inverse of adding CD, then you can look where the distractor in A is, answer choice A is that you multiply both sides by A as opposed to dividing by A. Of course, the distractor in B in the very beginning was 20 plus CD, that you did not take the inverse of CD, or minus CD. You added CD to this side, added CD to that side. So just remember, when you're simplifying your equations, you must do the opposite of whatever is taking place on one side of the equation in order to move it on the other, or you'll need to do the inverse. So if you're adding, you need to subtract. If you're subtracting, you need to add. If you're multiplying, you need to divide, or if you're dividing, you can multiply. And then remember, you need to isolate the variable, and then you need to just basically work an order of operations backwards. You'll take care of any addition and subtraction first, and then you'll take care of any multiplication that is happening to your variable.